Satnam, welcome you beautiful beings. Lovely to be here with you as always, and well done for showing up for yourselves. Give yourself a pat on the back. So today I'm swapping the Kundalini Yoga classes for peace meditations because I feel like the world might need a little bit more peace. And I think we can always do with some more inner peace. And I can think of many beautiful people that would never hurt anyone else, but they have this inner turmoil and this inner conflict. And it's really important to recognize how important our inner landscape is to the world, because it's reflected in our daily life. So it's vital that we take charge and do what we need to do to create more peace within ourselves. So I would tell you about the meditations we're going to do. We've got 3 different ones, so I will tell you about them as we go through. So let's begin by just being aware that we are aware of our thoughts, aware of our breath, and just without controlling the breath, let your awareness and the breath drop down to your navel point. So when you inhale, the belly expands. Exhale, the belly comes back to the spine. Noticing on the inhale, there's this sense of expansion. And on the exhale, there's a surrendering and a softening. And roll your shoulders forwards, up and back a few times. Lifting up from the crown of the head, hands to prayer pose, eyes focused at the third eye, the brow center. If you don't know the mantras, you can just listen and still receive the benefits. Inhale deeply. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale to begin. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Agare name, Jugagare name, Sagare name, Sri Gurudev name. Agare name, Jugagare name, Sagare name, Sri Gurudev name. Agarename, Jugagerename, Sagarename, Siriguru Devename. Inhale deeply. Hold the breath peacefully, relaxing the jaw, neck, shoulders, and the hips. And exhale, relax the breath. And having your hands, so this class, all the classes really can be sat. Sorry, I've been doing some energetic upgrades. I'm not drunk, I promise. So, all the classes can be done sat in a chair. And if you're sat on a yoga mat or a chair, just make sure your spine is aligned. If you need to sit on some cushions or prop yourself up, that's fine. And if you're sat on a chair, make sure that your feet are flat on the earth. So we're going to do spinal flexes first. So if you're sat on the floor, hold on to the front of your legs. If you're on a chair, have your hands just resting on your thighs. And we're going to inhale, push the shoulders back, arch the spine forwards, lifting up the diaphragm, the solar plexus, keeping the head parallel to the earth, and then exhaling, engaging the navel, curving the spine in the opposite direction. So start moving really slowly so we get a full stretch, inhaling forwards and exhaling back. And the eyes are closed, focused up and in at your brow point. And if you wish, you can inhale, mentally vibrating Sat, exhale Nam. Inhale Sat, exhale Nam. Sat is truth, or your highest self. The truth of reality is bliss. And the Nam is your vibration or your name, or me without my story. So I can realize the truth of my being is this unconditional happiness and the deepest inner peace that has no conditions. Inhale deeply to center. Lift Milliband, squeeze rectum, sex organ, navel. And exhale, relax the breath. And side bends now, fingers in front, thumbs behind. Inhale, slowly bending to the left, keeping the navel engaged. Exhale, right. Inhaling left, exhaling right. Eyes focused at the brow. Inhaling Sat, exhaling Nam. Nice, deep, powerful breaths. Inhale up to center, lift Milliband. Eyes to the brow, push the tongue to the roof of the mouth. Exhale, relax. the first meditation that we're going to do is one of my favorite ones to give people who are overwhelmed, who are burnt out, and mostly busy minds, just this torrent of thoughts that won't shut up. So it's also nice. So we've got a lot of meditations that will help you feel just really blissed out and floaty and relaxed. But this one's nice because it makes you really deeply relaxed, but then also you're still energized. And that's quite a rare combination for a lot of people in the world. So normally if they're relaxed, it's this karmic exhaustion where they're just collapsing on the sofa and have no energy or motivation to do anything. Or if they've got energy, then they're pumped up on caffeine or energy drinks or cortisol because they've got lots of stressful deadlines to do. So this one makes you feel really, really calm, but also alert, so that it clears all those busy computing thoughts in your brain, so that it's easier for you to take action if you struggle with procrastination. Mantra is really good for clearing the subconscious, but you really want your nervous system and your full being to feel safe so that you can take action. And this just starts kicking off those self-healing mechanisms so the body can restore it into balance, because this busy pace of life and not being able to process old trauma and having all these mental loops are systems that are supposed to, that have this amazing capacity to heal themselves. They lock and atrophy. And so I was gonna we won't go down any more rabbit holes. So what I was going to say is a lot of people have in their soul records patterns of self-punishment, and that's often one of the main root causes as well of why they can't relax or why it's not safe to relax, and the mind is constantly looking for danger. So we are moving into a time where we don't need the pain of the past to keep us safe. We want our superpowers of the golden age, so neutrality, not being so emotionally reactive, not having our emotions dictate how we think, feel and act, and just having that clarity and this deep inner peace, and being able to take intelligent, inspired action and not getting caught up in these patterns of self-sabotage. So, and this one, you can just try 3 minutes. Set your timer, just try 3 minutes. And I will, this is on the recording, I'll put a timestamp on it so it's easy for you to come back if you need it. So your left hand is going to be in Gir Mudra. If you're sat on the floor, have it resting on your knee with your palm facing up to the sky with your elbow straight but not locked. And then you're taking your right hand, right thumb, blocking off your right nostril. And you're going to inhale through the left nostril into your belly. So inhaling, belly expands. That whole kind of lower back, everything expands in all 4 directions, and the ribs. And then on the exhale, you're going to take your little finger, block off the left nostril, and exhale through the right. So we're inhaling left, exhaling right. So you can have your eyes just closed, or you can have them closed focusing up at your brow point. So this is really powerful for cooling and calming, and for activating your parasympathetic nervous system, which is your braking system that slows everything down and tells you that you are safe. But because we're exhaling through the opposite nostril, that's this yang energy, so it's warmth and it's the sun, and it helps you to take action, to keep you alert, it's vitality. Whereas the left is the moon, yin energy, the divine feminine, cooling, calming and relaxing. And so we're balancing both brain hemispheres now. So you get that wonderful combination of being relaxed but alert. Inhale deeply and exhale. Relax the breath, relax yourself. Let the breath return to normal. Inhale deeply and exhale. We'll do one more warm-up exercise. Have your hands in Gya Mudra, the active form, so you're instead of the finger and thumb tip touching, your fingernail is behind the thumb, and then you're going to bring your arms out, upper arms parallel to the earth, but the shoulders are still relaxed. You're going to inhale, twist left, let the head follow the torso, exhale right. So inhale left, exhale right. Nice deep, powerful breaths. Eyes focused at the brow. Inhale deeply to center. And exhale, shake the hands, shake the legs. Inhale. And exhale and relax. The next meditation that we're doing is called Meditation to Brighten Your Radiance. And it's a new one. Well, new one for us. I've had it for years and never taught it. It's probably hundreds or thousands of years old. And the reason that I'm doing this one today is that it's wonderful for bringing you into shunya. So this 0 point energy, this absolute stillness. A lovely way to access it quickly is to just drop your mind to your navel point, which is 3 finger widths below your belly button. But this is wonderful for, and so by radiance, we're also talking about the radiant body, which is the 10th body in Kundalini Yoga. And it is this energy of the fearless warrior and this royal divinity and sovereignty and fearlessness. And so when we start dissolving the pain of the past and all the layers of the mind, when our soul gives us really scary things to do, initially, we need courage to take those first steps. We need to be brave, and we build this muscle. But as we start peeling away these layers of the mind, we notice that this Satnam, the truth of our being, is this fearlessness. It's just deeply peaceful, and that hum of it's love, but also happiness or joy. And so the more that we peel away those clouds, we can see that this state of being is always there, just like the blue sky is always there, and it never leaves us. It appears to leave us if we go off on, our mind goes off on all these tangents of so-and-so did this, and I've got so much to do and I can't cope. But then it feels like we come back to this stillness with a breath or a mantra, but it was always there. It always exists, that eternal self. And so obviously, if this is new to you, the best way to understand that, we can't understand it with our intellectual mind, is to experience it. So this meditation is really wonderful for slowing everything down again. So that parasympathetic nervous system, slowing everything down so that you can feel calm and steady and not be shaken emotionally, but also this natural radiance and magnetism and being able to attract the life of your dreams and the people and the opportunities that are in your highest timeline. And for the ADHD symptoms, it's really wonderful for helping you to calm down. We're going to do, I see how everyone goes. We're going to do a little bit longer. I know I've spent a bit of time recently saying, oh, there's so many powerful meditations that they're just too much to do for any longer than 3 minutes. But this one we're going to do a little bit longer, so we've got time to sink into these deep states of peace and being. So the mudra, the hand position, You're going to tuck the index fingernail behind the thumb, and then your arms are facing forwards and your hands, your elbows are not relaxed by your ribs. Got to hold them up. So your hands will be just above your shoulders, palms facing forwards. And the eyes, if this feels uncomfortable, if it's your first lesson or you're new or you're going through a lot, just have your eyes closed. But otherwise, you can just do this for a little bit and then come back to it. So your eyes are closed, but you're looking at the tip of the nose. This is wonderful for clearing out the fear complex and all the other garbage that we are holding that we're not even aware of. And then the breath, very important that you make a proper round shape with your mouth. Don't be lazy and do one of those beaks. It needs to be a proper round shape. And you're keeping your cheeks firm so they're not puffing out like a blowerfish. So arms forwards. Eyes closed, focused at the tip of the nose, and you're breathing long, slow and deep through the round mouth. Very good. So it might sound like quite a noisy breath. Kind of reminds me a bit of the sea. The shoulders, you want to keep them relaxed. Neck is relaxed. And so these meditations, keep going, where you're holding your arms up. If it starts aching, if you're new, just be gentle and kind. But if it starts aching and you think, and if you're recovering from anything or you're really burnt out, just be gentle with yourself. Just being in the energy and being here is amazing. But otherwise, you keep your arms up. I don't mean it. You listen to your body. But if we listen to our mind saying, bring our arms down, then they're just really heavy and they're like this huge weight afterwards. I promise you, if you take your arms down in these meditations, like if you're recovering from something, then you can massage your shoulders and do whatever you need to do, but it's not really about the muscular, it's not really about strength. It's that, what's those phrases? They've got a chip on their shoulder, so we've got all those resentments. There's the lung meridian, which relates to grief and sadness in the shoulders. We've got all kinds of the small intestine where, and if we haven't been able to process all our trauma in our life to date, it can feel very uncomfortable if you're sensitive, if you're an empath, if you're a healer. But we always have a choice. We can listen to the suffering, the mind suffer, or we can focus on the breath. I'm going to play a mantra. It's not the one that's usually goes with this meditation because it's very noisy, and I know we're coming into these deeper states of peace. So this one is about Mukunde, which is the energy of fearlessness, and Har, which is the creative energy in the universe. Doing really well. Less than 4 minutes left. If you are really struggling, rather than putting your arms down, if you just lift them up and have a little wiggle, move your neck and then come back down. But keep focusing on the breath, focusing on the mantra. You're doing brilliantly. Keep those arms up. Got just over a minute to go. Feeling some balloons going under your arms, so you can just rest them on the balloons. Last 30 seconds. And hold the posture. Inhale deeply. Hold the breath. And letting yourself be aware of this 0 point energy, shunya. Synchronizing your entire being into this 0 energy. I am nothing. And exhale. Hold the position. Inhale deeply. Hold the breath and synchronize your being into 0. And exhale. And relax. Feel that relaxation that comes. Noticing any sensations. This new way of being that you've brought yourself into. Let the breath return to normal, taking some long, slow, deep breaths. And inhale deeply. Exhale and relax. Well done, well done. Just move your head side to side. Give your shoulders a massage. And I thought I had played the wrong mantra. But it makes perfect sense, much more sense than what I had planned. So the one that we're going to do for the next meditation now. But yes, thank you for sharing. Very, very heart opening. And there's also this real power in, instead of being small, so our ego keeps us small and safe, and this defensiveness, there's something really powerful about extending the arms out and locking that in, so it's like I am safe. And that mantra that I played was also for fearlessness and that sovereignty and royal courage. So well done. Someone said that felt super nice. I used to love the ones when I first started that were really painful. I know a lot of people do. So we're just going to finish with a really easy one. Just see if you need to massage your neck and your shoulders again. Thank you for sharing that. So the meditation that we're going to do now is really simple. You're just going to take your left hand, it's cupped, with your right hand cupped on top, and the pads of your thumbs are touching, and that's just resting in your lap. And then your tongue, this is so good. It feels really good. And the more you do it, the more sensitive you get to it, and the more you feel that bliss. So you're going to curl your tongue, curl your tongue. Curl your tongue. So the bottom of the tongue is on the roof of the mouth. And press. If some people find that very uncomfortable, if you do, just press your tongue to the roof of the mouth. It still feels really good. And I won't go into why. Let's just relax and turn our brains off. And so the mantra that we're playing for this one is the Har Har Makande. So Makande is that fearlessness. Once we peel away the layers of the mind or realize what the mind really is, it's not this separate identity that needs to be in control and in the driving seat of our life, because it hasn't got the directions. Yeah, it should be sat in the back seat. One of my friends used to say it should be duct taped and put in the boot. And another teacher who I put on a pedestal said to me years ago, the mind is like a terrorist and we don't engage with terrorists. And that led me to a 1.5-year battle with my mind. And so we don't want to think of it as you can if you want to. It didn't serve me. So it's more about just observing the mind and realizing what it is, and that it's just these temporary thoughts, feelings and beliefs, and it's not something to hate. Most of the time it's just doing its best. It's like a little child, and it's just trying to keep us safe. That's it. So eyes will be closed, but you're looking at the crown of your head. So 10th gate, bliss center, activating all those bliss hormones. And just relax, relax, relax. Just allowing the breath to really deepen and lengthen. Inhale deeply. And exhale, relax the breath. And we'll just rest in being as being for a moment. Resting in that zero energy. Resting as that zero energy. Inhale deeply. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And bring your hands to prayer pose. Closing the space with 3 satnams. Inhale deeply. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale to begin. Satnam. 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 May all beings be joyful. May all beings be at peace. May all beings be free. Satnam. So, you beautiful beings, if you have to go about your day, make sure you're grounded and stamp your feet. If you can stay in the peace a little bit longer as the peace, you are the peace, then please do. Otherwise, bring it with you. Don't leave. Don't beat yourself up if you do leave. It's always there. You can come back to it. I was hoping to finish early. You're very welcome. And have a chat with you, but I didn't. And I have to go now. But I've got the location of our next meetup as well, if you're in the group. So we've got the one in the Sacred Woods next month. And then I found this other one which has got this beautiful sacred energy. It's really lovely, and there's you can walk on the grass barefoot. We also have the ocean as well, so I will post tomorrow in the group about that. But sending you so much love and peace. May you feel safe and secure and loved. Bye, beautiful. Bye. Satnam.